Hey, everybody, it's the Have a Heart Wish-a-thon for Make-A-Wish on the Jonesboro Radio Group and KAIT. I'm Trey Stafford. That
I'm
other
Jim
guy,
Frigo.
yeah, that's that other guy, Jim Frigo. Wishes can't wait. Together, we can create life-changing wishes for children with critical illnesses by granting their one true wish. And in fact, you can help us today by texting the word wish to 77,000. If you do that, we'll send you back a link right to your phone and you can give online. You can also call in your donation to 933 8800. You see, when a wish comes true, it creates strength, it creates hope, and it creates transformation in a child and even entire communities. We've seen this for over 2 decades here in Northeast Arkansas. This one-day event today helps fund the wishes of children living in our communities year-round. And it's mine and Jim's privilege this morning.
Absolutely.
Welcome back to the Have a Heart Wish-a-thon, our buddy Colten. Hey, Colten.
Colten.
Hi.
Hey, buddy.
Hello.
I'll tell you right now, Colten is a Brooklyn Bearcat, Jim.
Yes,
Frigo.
he is.
Yes, sir. I'm in the school right now.
Wow, you look like
sir.
you're hid out in a secluded secret location.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Is that
Yes,
where you
sir.
could get? Is that where you could get good reception back to us, Colten?
That and kids aren't coming in and out, so it's the best I got. So
Yeah, I hear you.
Well,
Yes,
it's a
sir.
little different this year. I mean, usually we'd be at the radio station doing these interviews. We're doing them a lot different. I don't get to see Carrie or Matt, your mom and dad, this time. But hey, man, we get to see you, and that's awesome, man. It's good to see you again.
Hey, Colten, you've been helping us out though with Make-A-Wish for like the last 3 years, haven't you?
I think so. I think it's been 3.
Yeah, I believe it is.
Yes, sir.
And I think originally your wish was being on the set of Flash, which is a TV series. Could you remind us a little bit of that for those of us that did not get to hear your wish before? We won't take that for granted. Tell us a little bit about the experience.
It was great. Like the way they opened their surprised me with the wish, and then the wish itself was perfect. So like the wish itself, we flew to Canada because it's filmed in Vancouver instead of we thought it was in LA, but it's in Vancouver. So me and my sister got to leave the country for the first time ever. And we had a hotel room, and then the day of the wish itself, we got picked up in a limo and taken to like the studio type area where they had all the stuff set up, and they got to walk us around and meet all the people and look at all the props and see how they did certain things and like how they made it seem like he was running and everything.
I like wishes like this one, Colten, because I mean, so many of the wishes that we talk about are Disney wishes, and that's good. I mean, whatever our kids want to wish for, that's awesome. But your wish was just really unique. The whole Flash thing. Tell us about how you became a fan of that show.
So when it first came out, my parents tried to get me to watch it, but I didn't at first. But then about the end of the first season, I sat down and watched one episode with them, and then went upstairs and watched the entire season right after that, because I really liked the idea of it, because I liked DC and Marvel way before like that, and it just seemed like a really cool TV show.
Yeah, I think I grew up with that same DC comic books a long time ago. But Colten, I would imagine if you just laid the whole experience with Flash aside, it must have been incredible to get out of the country and actually see Canada. It's a beautiful place.
Yes, sir. It was absolutely amazing because we had not only the day of the wish, but then 4 other days to be just in Canada to do whatever we wanted. And we went to I don't remember what it's called, but it's like a national park in Vancouver, Canada. And we got to walk on like this bridge that went over it was like a canyon or something, and it was the whole time it was beautiful because of like the just everything, the trees, the waterfalls. It was absolutely beautiful.
And you mentioned it earlier when you talked about you and your sister had not been out of the country, and that's one of the things that we always try to remind everybody when we talk about Make-A-Wish is it wasn't just for you, Colten. It was you, your sister, your mom and dad. You guys all got to go to Canada on that trip, didn't
Mhm.
you?
Yes, sir. Because Lily loved Lily loved it, and so did my parents. Because even though it was my wish, we got to make the memories together as a family.
Well, then, as we continue to raise money for Make-A-Wish to grant wishes, firsthand how important these wishes are to a lot of people just like you that are waiting in line to get their wish answered like you have.
Yes, sir. It's so amazing. Like, and every little bit helps raise the wishes. Because like every little bit from the change in the little cup holder and the morning coffee, because everyone in Jonesboro threw the 50 cents for the morning coffee. That'd be 100 wishes right there. But everything helps, and it's just such a great experience for everyone.
And you're at a school, Brooklyn, that for years and years and years has supported the Make-A-Wish and Wish Kids. I don't know how many wishes have been granted over the years by Brooklyn schools and students just like you that are in Brooklyn. I mean, you could be proud of Brooklyn, and I know you are, Colten, for what Brooklyn has done over the years for Make-A-Wish.
Yes, sir. Because I'm here right now, and I don't know personally how many wishes we've granted, but I know that we're a big supporter on it, and that I know I don't know how many we've granted, but I know it's great.
Yeah, great.
Well, talk a little bit about like before you were granted your wish, Colten. Was it a long time? I know a lot of time we have to wait for the medical situation to get just right before we can grant the wish and go. Did you have to wait a long time between when you told the Make a Wish volunteers what you wanted until you got to go up to the flash set?
Um, a little, yes, sir. I'd say it was. I don't remember perfectly, but I'd say from the initial interview in my mom's room to the day it was granted, it was probably maybe 4 to 6 months ish, more
Oh,
maybe 8. I don't know, but because I don't remember exactly, but we had to wait for everything to come back. Cause like Warner Brothers only does 2 wishes per year, and we had to see if
Whoa.
I could do one of them, and like we had to wait on everything. Cause I remember, I think the day it was granted, I was nervous because we didn't know what we were going to school for, because we were going back. We thought we were. I thought we were going back to help raise money for the sixth graders that were currently doing the Have a Heart Wishathon. And even on the way, the bus ride back, I talked to my friend about how I'd gone and done the interview for my wish on the way to the school.
So you didn't even know it was going to be your wish being granted that day, but it ended up being
I
Colten.
had no clue
oh, wow. Great.
because the
Ah,
way they did
great.
it, they flipped us on.
Well, give us an update on you, Colten. I mean,
Yeah, tell us how you do it.
you're probably what? Are you 15,
Um,
16 yet?
yes, sir. I'm 15. I turned 16 in April. Yes,
Oh,
sir.
wow.
So what grade are you in now? That's going to put you what? About
Uh,
ninth grade?
10th grade.
10th
10th grade.
grade.
Yes, sir.
Hey.
That's awesome. Well, man, you look great. You sound great. I love to hear
Yeah.
the story. I wish I was a Flash fan. I never really. Jim and I had to. We were looking it up
Mm.
on the internet the other day to figure that out. But Jim remembered from the old DC comic,
Well,
didn't you, Jim?
yeah, I remember the comic books and everything in Flash, but it's been a few years and everything because I had a lot of friends that collected comic books. I don't know if you were a comic book collector, Colten, but a lot of my friends did. And you had, superheroes like Batman and Superman, and Flash was a pretty early superhero compared to a lot of ones we have now.
Because my dad loved collecting them because I had a pile of them in my room, and most of them that I have are in plastic still, because they're like,
Hey,
I don't know what it's called, but I don't take them out of it. So
well, don't, man, because those things can be worth a lot of money. Let me tell you, take care of those comic books. They're like baseball cards. Okay?
Well, Colten, I'll tell you what,
yes, sir.
we're gonna give the stage to you and just let you make a little short speech to the people that are listening and watching today. Just remind them of what Make-A-Wish meant to you and encourage them to give today, because we don't get to have the roadblocks today. We don't get to do the stuff that we normally do. We're really needing people to go above and beyond today. So we're just going to give you the stage, Colten. You take it and tell people to help out today and how important it is.
Okay, thank you. First of all, having a wish granted is like the most amazing experience ever. You get to, it's like your wildest dream come true, pretty much. And it's not possible without people like y'all donating the money that we need for each wish. Because I know this year, like he said, we can't have the roadblocks and everything, but it's still, with everything how it is with the internet, it's a click of a button. It's super easy and takes 10 minutes out of your day, and it can make someone else's entire life.
Golly.
That was perfect.
You're the man, Colten. That was awesome. That was awesome. Thank you, buddy. I hate to cut it short, but you going back to class. Tell everybody at Brooklyn we said hey, and tell your mom and dad, Carrie and Matt, we said hey as well. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Take it easy, buddy.
Hey, help us out today. Text your wish to 77,000. We'll send you a link or call the number 933-8800. Help us with this magical Make-A-Wish story that we're trying to create today. It's the Have a Heart Wish-a-thon from Make-A-Wish with KAIT. And tell them, Jim.
1049 The Fox.
And the Jonesboro Radio Group.